What's up, everybody? Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We'll get it started. Come on in. Yeah, come on in. We'll give him another minute. We'll get started, y'all. Well, all right. Let us begin. Let us begin. Well, this is a unique lecture. I was talking to Ogun and Bostet, and they led me to both Blade. Put that there. And Queen of the Dam. Put that there. See what I'm saying? Slide Blade over a little bit. Now, these two movies are very unique in ways we didn't even understand. You see what I'm saying? But I'm about to break it down to you. First and foremost, what is a vampire? Now, the word vampire comes from an old Turkish word which means Uber. And Uber means witch or sorcerer or magi. Right? Now I already broke down a little post I had. Vam is a mathematical Italian term which means to ascend steadily, or just simply to ascend. And of course, pyre means fire, or which is literally related to the soul. You see what I'm saying? Because the soul is fire. You see what I'm saying? The sun. So, vampire actually means ascended soul. Now, it's interesting. For years, I was trying to figure out what the fuck the vampire actually mean, because we do this work a lot. What's up, Sherry? We see vampires a lot, but we don't really know what the fuck they mean, right? So, this is my research into the vampires. Cause I was like, what does they mean, right? So I watched Blade, but Blade only gave me half the equation. Then I started talking to Bostet, and she gave me the other half, the feminine energy, to go with it, and then it all made sense. And anytime we see these movies, vampire versus the werewolves is literally just simply the war between the higher soul and the lower soul. That's all it is. The higher self and the lower self. That's all that war is. You see what I'm saying? So that blew my mind. I was like, damn. Cause the werewolf usually is the lower self, cause it's the bestial state, and the vampires are the higher self. So it's the ascended soul. You see what I'm saying? So this blew my mind here. This blew my mind. So let's get into it. Let's get into Blade. Let's start there. Blade came out in 1998. Now, if you add that up, that equals 27. 2 plus 7 equals 9. So we're dealing with completion and judgment, right? What's up, Margie? We're dealing with completion and judgment with Blade, right? So Blade comes out and probably was one of the baddest movies to come out that year. Because I think it preceded Matrix, which came out in 1999. So it opened a vortex. You see what I'm saying? That Ogun energy, the war god, opened the vortex. It was the return of Ogun. You see what I'm saying? To these ascension energies, right? Now, what's going on? Ogun is the god of war, technology, labor, metal, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So y'all need to know who Ogun is. Now, they tell you in the story, he's a superhero, that he's a daywalker among all other vampires. That means he's a solar god. You see what I'm saying? His melanin allows him to walk during the daytime and the nighttime. See what I'm saying? So what's going on here? He got all their powers, strength, speed, stamina, super hearing, super sight, stuff like that, night vision, all that, right? And mainly none of their weaknesses, except for one, the thirst. Now, what is the thirst? The thirst is your animalistic urges and survival instincts. You see what I'm saying? Your animalistic urges and survival instincts. Now, Blade always took a serum, which was blue. the throat chakra, that kept him in his state of truth. Now, his movies, you always notice, he eventually had to bite somebody, and that's when he get into his root and suck up blood and get it and activate his warrior nature. You see what I'm saying? His war god mode, where he go and fuck some shit up. You see this through all 3 movies, right? So this is that activates his root chakra, and that's when he goes straight savage, start raising hell. You see what I'm saying? So what's going on here? What's going on in these movies? You see what I'm saying? What's going on? The first Blade, 98, which was fucking magical as fuck. You know, shit, you watch that shit, you know you looking at some powerful shit. Now they give you the game in Blade. They give you the Council of 12, which is actually the Council of 13. You see what I'm saying? Who the ruler, the cabal elites. He ain't just fighting vampires, he fighting the elites themselves. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, he fighting the cabal. You see what I'm saying? So that's who we going to war with. Him and Whistle. So he meets this lady by the name of her name is Dr. Karen. Yeah, Karen. That's her name. Karen, you know, so because he needs a feminine energy to do with what he got to do now. So what goes down here? What goes down is there's a series of events take place where the villain in the movie, the Frost, decides to upgrade to his god status. Now, how does he do this? He taps into La Magra. You see what I'm saying? La Magra is the blood god. Now, who is the blood god in reality? The blood god is you, because you are the god living within flesh and bone. And your blood is an intelligence because it houses genetic memory. So that makes you the blood god. You La Magra. You see what I'm saying? We La Magra. You see what I'm saying? Anybody who down here in this body with a soul is La Magra. You see what I'm saying? So he needed 12 pure blood vampires. You see what I'm saying? Ascended souls to activate La Magra. He activates La Magra or whatever. And he activates La Magra. And he becomes La Magra, right? You know, the blood. They just let you know. You see all this blood. You see all this blood in these vampire movies. They just telling you the power's in the blood. You see what I'm saying? The power's in the blood. That's all they saying. Your God force, your genetic memory is in the blood. You don't see this. Now he defeats Blade defeats La Magra. You see what I'm saying? Cause it shows you that he hit him with EDTA, which is also a blue serum, which shows you that truth can heal and truth can destroy. You see what I'm saying? So it shows you the healing, creative properties of truth with the serum, and it shows you the destructive aspects of truth with the with EDTA. So he kills La Magra. Now, I know what most people think, man, he shut down the blood god. No. This is horror occultism. So in horror occultism, you keep what you kill. So he actually absorbed the blood god. You see what I'm saying? He actually, if you could conquer the god in you, if he conquered that archetype, that aspect inside of him, then he is the true blood god. You see what I'm saying? Blade is the true blood god. See what I'm saying? According to the laws of horror occultism. You see what I'm saying? You keep what you kill. See what I'm saying? Then the second movie we get in 2002. 2002 is an interesting year. You're going to see why. Because the 9 gives way to the 4, which is manifestation of this God force, this force of ascension, this portal, right? So now, what's going on here? What's going on? What's going on here is he goes to war. Him and this group of vampires comes along, and he goes to war with the last of the 13 members of the High Council, which was Old Buddy. Now, they gave you a very important message in Blade 2. They pretty much told you straight up, this is what happens, this is what's going to happen if we allow these cabal, these cabal elites to do what the fuck they want to do. They're just going to continue to degenerate humanity. Like they showed you, they degenerated the vampire in their movie. See what I'm saying? They created them and they became this filthy, ruthless, vicious, non-intelligent thing. So it was a degenerated soul, and those vampires became degenerated souls. You see what I'm saying? In this movie. So they showed you here that if you don't stop the cabal, this is what they're planning to do to you. They're going to degenerate you further and further and further. See what I'm saying? The world is getting dumber, if you've noticed. And it's not by their fault, it's by design. They are making sure that they're getting dumber. You see what I'm saying? Each generation, they take a little bit more out of life. You see what I'm saying? They take a bigger chunk out of life, out of life. The sciences get worse. The teachings get worse. The entertainment gets worse. You see what I'm saying? They're taking a little bit more out of life. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So you can be stupider. So you can be dumber. And it'd be harder for you to become the ascended soul, the vampire. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Colleen? So this is what's going on here. That's basically what Blade 2 taught you here. You see what I'm saying? That's basically what Blade 2 taught you. 2002 to 4 energy. You see what I'm saying? Then in 2004, which is the 6th energy, the balance of the feminine and masculine energies, you get Blade Trinity. Now, we on the 3rd frequency, which is the frequency of your higher self. This time he fights Dracula, which is the first vampire that Lamargra created. So since it's the first vampire that Lamargra created, then he is God's son. And so what happens? Blade has to go to war with Dracula, because who does Dracula represent? The Piscean age. And Blade, the Daywalker, represents the Aquarian age. So they go to war. He defeats, he didn't kill him, but he defeats Dracula. And since he defeated Dracula, Dracula passed the torch on to him. He passed the torch on to Blade. You see what I'm saying? So now, hey, you got the power now. You see what I'm saying? You got the power. It's up to you now. You see what I'm saying? Because the Piscean age was getting ready to end, and it gave way to the Aquarian age. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. So you seeing this. You seeing this here. You seeing this here. Now, interestingly enough, we're going to go back to Blade 2 for a second. Blade 2 and Queen of the Damned came out in the same year, because the masculine energy gave way to the feminine energy. Now, who is a Queen of the Damned? Akasha. That's her name. Well, what is the Akasha? Let me show you here. It's the beings that governs the Akashic records. It's the sentient life forms, the sentient souls that governs the Akashic records. And this is a book called Healing through the Akashic Records by Linda Howe. You see what I'm saying? The Akashic Records is nothing but the universal, omniversal, multiversal library. You see what I'm saying? So y'all get that book, because it got spells in them to teach you how to, access the Akashic Records. And when you read these books and you see these exercises, make sure you read them, because those are guidelines for your subconscious mind to follow, so for you to awaken those abilities. You see what I'm saying? So now, what's going on here? What's going on here? We get Queen of the Damned. Starts off with white boy. Forget his name already. Shit. Of course, he doesn't matter. He's just a callous. And Queen of the Damned, or Akasha, has chosen him, picked him for her resurrection. Why she picked him? Because this is the lunar cycle. This is the Piscean age. So, and she picked him for his music, because he was a gifted songstress. You see what I'm saying? He was gifted with the power of song. And of course she picked him because she's Bastet in this movie. That's who Aaliyah represents, Bastet, and her resurrection. You see what I'm saying? So since he Bastet is the goddess of what? Music, love, healing, and festivities. So of course, when you see in the movie and she make her big debut for real in the movie, she comes up out of the stage. She ascends out of the stage, which is a concert, a musical, which is a musical festival. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's a concert, a musical festival. So that's what's going on here. She ascends up out of there. Yeah. She ascends up out of there, and that represented the resurrection of Bastet. This is why they killed Aaliyah. Matter of fact, something happened to both these characters. They killed them both, actually, because what they do to the Wesley Snipes, they got him for tax evasion, which is, and how they killed both of them is interesting. They killed Aaliyah through a plane crash, which is fire. In the movie, she was tearing the cabal asses up with pyrokinesis, with firebending, right? So they killed her in the plane crash, which planes explode when they crash, right? Which is fire. They killed her by fire because she was killing by fire in this movie, and she fed that into your subconscious mind as Bastet. You see what I'm saying? She had the power of fire. You see what I'm saying? Fire bending. You see what I'm saying? Flame manipulation. So that's why they killed her. Now Bastet ascends, and she said probably the coolest shit in the movie. Why the fuck we need to worship them? They are food. You see what I'm saying? Fuck this cycle. It need to go back to how it used to be, or we need to start all over again and do something new. She was right. You see what I'm saying? Everybody be like, oh, she the enemy in this movie. Is she? Is she? People down here suffering, miserable. You see what I'm saying? And she wanted to transform this shit, change it into something new, recreate the motherfucker, recreate the matrix, destroy the old matrix and create a new matrix. You see what I'm saying? Create a new society, a new earth, a new heaven on earth. That's what she wanted to do. And you see what I'm saying? Another thing a lot of people was bothered about how she killed Unlia. She didn't need Unlia. Blade was the force already that came out that year. Blade 2. So her killing Unlia meant nothing because you already had the masculine energy already out there. A powerful masculine energy. So she just needed to resurrect as the feminine energy, which is why Blade 2 came out, which is 2. You see what I'm saying? The manifestation of the feminine and masculine energies. And then they unified in 2004 with Blade Trinity. You see what I'm saying? Unification of the feminine and masculine energies. You see what I'm saying? So the Blade energy, the Ogun energy gave way to the feminine energy, which is the Bastet energy. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's happening here. This is what you're seeing. So since how this manifested or whatever, you got a lot going on. What happened in 2003, which is the 5 energy, right? They said a portal opened because of this force that was hitting the planet. A portal opened because of this, and the portal was the new ascension codes for you to ascend into the Aquarian age at the time. So these two guys did it best. And guess what? When we dealing with Akasha was also a day walker. So she was solar goddess. You see what I'm saying? And the white boy in the movie had to literally bite her just so he could be a day walker. So she gave you a warning in this movie. She gave you a warning in this movie. Aaliyah came to me. She said, do not get too involved with the cabal elites or they will destroy you. Keep your solar power to yourselves and use it for your ascension. That's what she said. Keep your solar power to yourselves and use it for your ascension. Because cabal means you no good. You see they killed Aaliyah in real life. Because Aaliyah in real life represented Bastet. You see what I'm saying? So she wasn't just she just went embodying Bastet. She was Bastet. Just like Wesley Snipes wasn't embodying Ogun, he was Ogun, because in real life he was a martial artist, a grandmaster actually. You see what I'm saying? He's a grandmaster. You see what I'm saying? And he had mastered the sciences. So she in real life she was a master musician. She was literally Bastet walking around this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they attacked these two actors. They killed Aaliyah literally, and they attacked fucking Blade / Wesley Snipes. They got him for tax evasion, which is a principle of the war god. How do you generate taxes? Through labor. That's an aspect of the war god Ogun. So there was an attack on him. You see what I'm saying? Then after he got out of jail, they barred him from Hollywood. So they killed his energy for the most part. Because everybody was wondering where the fuck Wesley Snipes been. It's because they barred him from Hollywood. That's what he been. You see what I'm saying? So they killed his energy in this case. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So she was also a day walker. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. She's also a day walker. So she's also a solar goddess. You see what I'm saying? Which makes sense because we good. Okay. Yeah, which makes sense because Bastet is a solar goddess. Now Bastet represents the more feminine, laid back aspects, but she's still a warrior now. She's still a warrior-ish now. Don't get it twisted. She will fuck you up. And just like Aaliyah shows you in Queen of the Damned, she will fuck you up. And she's the more laid back, nurturing aspect of the feminine principle. Where Sekhmet is the more fierce, aggressive aspect, super warrior. You see what I'm saying? Aspect of the feminine principle. So, but they both solar deities who work for Ra. You see what I'm saying? Who's working in well, I don't want to say work for Ra. They was working with Ra to get shit done. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So these two movies here showing you something. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Blade also gave you a warning. His warning was you will have to war with the cabal at some point, or they will continue to degenerate the world like they showed you in Blade 2. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yep. Like I said, Blade 2 showed you what they was going to do to the world if they have their way. They're going to degenerate the world to its lowest level. See what I'm saying? They're going to continue to degenerate your DNA as much as possible. Each generation loses a little bit more than the last generation. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So everybody like, why the black race, why the world keep degenerating? Because they're designed to degenerate. Because I noticed the kids now don't have what I had when I was coming up. You see what I'm saying? They don't have what I had. And I don't have what the generation before me had. You see what I'm saying? So they degenerating the soul. You see what I'm saying? On the planet. More and more. So this got to be done. Now, when we're dealing with vampire, you know, you're dealing with the vampire energy, you're dealing with blood magic. See what I'm saying? And what is blood magic? Blood magic is the practice of learning to harness the genetic memory and blood current to do seemingly amazing things with your body, which makes sense because she was able to. She was using pyrokinesis, fucking shit up. You see what I'm saying? Akasha and Blade. You know, we already know this nigga was chopping up 5, 6, 7 niggas at a time. You see what I'm saying? With his advanced instincts. Another thing, check out the book Second Apep. You see what I'm saying? Vampyre magic. You see what I'm saying? Now that you know the truth, you know dark and light. You need both aspects. See what I'm saying? The Vampyre by Michael Ford. See what I'm saying? This deep too. So you know that vampire magic or the ascended soul magic. We now know that is the advanced teachings. You know, is encrypted in horror occultism, like most advanced teachings. You see what I'm saying? Necronomicon and all that. So you know, once you understand what's going on with these teachings, you start to understand that the vampire is nothing but the ascended soul, your higher self. You see what I'm saying? So, and they just doing these amazing things. But Colleen, the second book's name is Second Apep. Sekhem Apep, Apep, by Michael W. Ford. So yeah, it was going on here. It was going on. Now, she was a day walker, he was a day walker. So we dealing with solar beings. You dealing with solar gods. You dealing with the melanin. You dealing with the soul force. What's up, Isis Osiris? You dealing with that fire. They even said it in the movie. What she said? What Cuz said when he bit her? He said her blood is like liquid fire because your soul in your body, your melanin in your body is not cold. It's liquid fire. That's why when you blow your breath, it's hot. That's that liquid fire of your soul burning inside of you. You see what I'm saying? Heating you up, keeping you warm at all times. See what I'm saying? That's what's going on. And another thing they showed you, like I said, the blood magic deals with harnessing the genetic memory in your blood. What he did when he first bit her, he started tapping into her memories. Started seeing what she seen, what she been through, the ancient teachings. You see what I'm saying? The ancient knowledge. So it was something. It was on the advanced teachings. So this is what's happening here. This is what's happening. You gotta understand what they're giving you. Cause I always wonder why you release so many fucking vampire movies. I understand that now. Vampire, the sorcerer, the ascended soul, the higher self. But no better vampire movies came out than Blade and Queen of the Damned. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So definitely. Let's see here. Let's see here. Did I hit everything? A few more. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. They and the main reason why they killed them is because they triggered this mass awakening. You remember that mass awakening that happened in 2008? Well, the events between 1998 and 2004, which is literally what? 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, which is a 7-year time period. When that energy triggered the awakening, the mass awakening that happened in 2008. You see what I'm saying? So it's their energies. The moon, the last of the moon children, the last of the moon walkers, the skywalker, the last of that generation's Jedi is why we were able to awaken in 2008, 2009. Started counting in 2007. You see what I'm saying? Counting in 2007. So they worked their asses off during those 7 years, bringing you this awakening. You see what I'm saying? Bringing you this opportunity. So that's what's happening here. That's what's happening. So let me show you what they look like. Move it out the way for a second, so I can have the space. Of course, this blade, y'all probably already seen this post or had a chance to see it. This blade, this the deity he related to, Ogun. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Ogun, African warrior deity of iron, labor, politics, sacrifice, and technology. Isn't that everything that happened to Wesley Snipes when they attacked him? It was political. They shunned him in the media. Of course, God iron because he was a master weaponsmith. He was a master of the weapon arts. Of course, I already told y'all about labor. Sacrifice. They sacrificed him. Did they not? They sacrificed energy. They didn't kill him physically, but they sacrificed his energy. And of course, technology. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So of course, they used their technology to take him out. Next, Aaliyah, Akasha, Queen of the Damned. See what I'm saying? This is what you're looking at here. And this is the deity she related to, which is Bastet, the goddess of love, music. She's also a warrior too, healing and festivities. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So this is their images. Those are the imagery. So they brought you this. They brought you the secrets of the vampire. You see, this is the secrets of the vampire. The vampire is literally the ascended soul. You see what I'm saying? And it comes from Turkish word ubu, which I found interesting. It means literally witch, which of course is a magi, a sorcerer. And a sorcerer is nothing but a person who learns to manipulate source energy, which is the original energy that spawns out of the mind of the creator and from the realm of the creator. So this is what this is all about. So the things you see in these movies, you see what I'm saying? And remember her warning. Remember Aaliyah's warning. She just wanted me to touch on this again. Remember her warning. What happened to her at the end of the movie? She was giving her energy to these motherfuckers in the cabal, and what they did, they sucked her dry and killed her. She was the baddest motherfucker on the block, and they sucked her dry and killed her. And she made that sacrifice as well, so that you can see what they were doing, what they are doing to them in the industry. They sucking them dry. They leeching off of them, both mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and soulfully. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's happening to them in the industry, and she showed what the motherfuckers was doing to everybody in the movie. She revealed that as Akasha. You see what I'm saying? Because Akasha just mean, I told you, Akasha is the sentient beings that governs the Akashic records, the universal library. So it all makes sense. She was living intelligence. You see what I'm saying? The living cosmic intelligence embodied in this movie. Bostic in this movie. You see what I'm saying? So it all went down, y'all. It all went down. She definitely wanted me to touch on that warning. So do not be giving your energies to the cabal. Do not be getting mixed in with these motherfuckers. Cause at the end of the day, you gonna lose. And they gonna make sure you lose. What Griffin told y'all. No, especially no black person. No person can leave out the industry untarnished. Especially no black person. This is their system. You just living in it right now. Don't worry, this shit about the end. It's crumbling before your eyes. But yeah, I know you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I understand that. But listen to your inner self. There are ways to do it without selling out to these motherfuckers, without sacrificing your happiness, your joy, without sacrificing your connection to your soul, so you can be around here robotic, so they can take more advantage of you. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. This is a beautiful. There's a beautiful combination of the feminine and masculine energies. Bastet and Ogun came to show you what it was, and those were probably the baddest movies of that decade. I can't recall any real other movies that came out that was as good as fucking the Blade movies and Queen of the Damned. As far as especially Queen of the Damned. Here, I don't think no movie came out with no woman. They tried to top it multiple occasions with other, the white women or whatever, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Another reason why they killed Aaliyah. They could not top that energy because it was a goddess manifesting to tell you a story, showing you her power, fucking shit up, setting niggas on fire, burning their ass away. And old buddy was like, we gonna rule the kingdom of corpses. And I know a lot of people had reservations about her doing all the killing in the movie. I keep telling y'all, these are movies. These are not. This is not actual physical events. These are movies. What's really happening is she killing the system. She killing the current matrix. She was destroying the Piscean energy. You see what I'm saying? To bring forth the new Aquarian solar energy, because she was a solar goddess, and she could not stand operating in that fucking lunar Piscean energy, and she was ready to go the moment she woke back up. She was like, oh hell no, we can't stay here. Not the way shit is right now. We gotta fuck this shit up. See what I'm saying? The music good, that's about it. I gotta go. And now the music, in our generation, the music has gotten bad. You see what I'm saying? The music was great when I was growing up, but now the music is trash. You see what I'm saying? Unless you on the YouTube in the underground listening to those particular singers and rappers and everybody else who's doing the thing, but you gotta hunt for them. You see what I'm saying? You gotta hunt for them motherfuckers. And you damn near gotta get lucky just to find them. You see what I'm saying? Let your higher self guide you to the music. So you gotta work just to find music now. I remember when I growing up, you only needed 2 radio stations. 98.7, 95.7, you was straight. Now you need 16 radio stations just to find good music. Shit, just to find 4 or 5 good songs in a row. So that's unheard of. You see what I'm saying? That just lets you know you witnessed the degeneration before your eyes. Look at the world now. Look at the world 10, 15 years ago. You can't tell me it ain't more fucked up now than it was 10, 15 years ago. You see what I'm saying? So you can even tell the music in the air. When I was growing up, it was music in the air. You can hear the song of the world. You can't hear shit now because the world is dying. See what I'm saying? Mother Earth is like, fuck this shit. It's time to go. And cause this due process here, and that's time to go. Let's end this shit. Let's burn this shit away and start anew. So there you go. With that being said, are there any questions? Are there any questions? Before I get up out of here. So how do we, Colleen Dempster, how do we protect ourselves from cabal? Well, it's printing practices. First thing first, always learn to put up an energetic shield. Focus on your feet and focus on bringing the energetic shield up from the earth up to the top of your head and let it fucking, come into you. You see what I'm saying? and that'll be an energetic barrier around you. For however dangerous the situation is, you can put up multiple ones. You can also bring one from the top of your head down to your feet and double up on that. You see what I'm saying? Energetic defense. You can also go the magical route, right? Protection spells. You see what I'm saying? Recite them out loud so that you can get your protection up. So that's how you protect yourselves from these little energies. And of course, always vibrate high as you can. That's always an automatic form of protection by default. So any other questions? Any other questions before I get up out of here? Colleen Dempsey, I was out today and this lady was saying you have such a nice spirit, and then all of a sudden I feel like these tingle in my energy. Could she be trying to invade? Yes. If she said you have a nice spirit and then all of a sudden you feel something like hacking into your energy field, that's them trying to sink their energetic tentacles into your energy field so they can drain you, vamp you. You see what I'm saying? Vampirism is a two-way lane. You got vampirism as an ascended soul. You got vampirism that drain your energy. You see what I'm saying? It's dark and light, like anything else. So there you go. So always keep your shields up so you can repel that shit. And if you ever feel your energy starting to leave your body, make sure you focus on their tentacles and repel it. Some of them know what they're doing, some of them don't. Some of them just fucked up like that, and their tentacles everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And the first motherfucker they latch on with some energy, they tentacles latch onto them and suck them. Other ones know what they're doing, and they know precisely where to drain you, which is your solar plexus. That's where all your personal power is at. See what I'm saying? That's when you know a motherfucker is trying to drain you from your soul. When you feel like the energy draining from here, you know a motherfucker know what they're doing, because that's precision. They know exactly where your power is at. They know they've studied something. But if you just feel like you're being drained from all over or something like that, that just means they don't really know what they're doing. They just have fucked up energy, and those tentacles are all over the place, and they're latching onto your auric field and draining you. So make sure you get away from them, number one. And number two, while you're getting away from them, make sure you fucking use your mind to kick out those fucking tentacles out of your energy field. So, any other questions? Afterwards, my kids were so argumentative after that. Yeah, they affect your kids too. They affect everything around you when the motherfuckers know what they're doing. She sounded like she knew what she was doing. So yeah, she drains your energy, and when your energy low, then your kids receive it and they start acting a fool. So any other question? I'll take one more before I go. Any other question? Thank you. Oh, no problem. No problem. Well, all right, y'all. If y'all don't have any other questions, I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all can share this with your friends, put the word out there, and I'm out. Peace.